Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. If we haven't already met, my name is Claire Jones. I am an author and small publisher who is committed to changing the world for the better through inclusive stories and practices. So I am jumping on for my self-published author series where I'm going over how to write, publish, and start selling your book in 12 months. If you're joining me, please like, comment, share, no matter what platform you're finding me on. And today we are going to continue with the Healthy Mind Platter. This is something that I've been talking about for years at this point. I first got certified in this back in 2018, so I've been obsessed for a minute. But if you're interested in getting the full rundown of what I'm covering today, check out the comprehensive 300 plus page self-published author 12-month planner. Pre-orders are available now for both physical and digital, and I think it's going to launch by the end of the week. If all of my ducks are in the row as they should be, it should be by the end of the week, so stay tuned for that. For now, I want to give a quick overview of a neuroscience framework that will support you in reliably and consistently creating and maintaining your creative flow, which is the Healthy Mind Platter. So we've all heard of writer's block, right? We talk about it a lot. And the mercurial nature of muses. So for the next 4 weeks, which is going to be the next 4 lives in this series, we will be devoted to setting up the lifestyle structures that will make the amorphous, subjective, creative process a lot more reliable and a lot more objective. So how are we going to do that? With neuroscience! All right, I'm a bit of a nerd. So through years and years of analyzing fMRIs and other psychological studies, the Neuroleadership Institute has created the Healthy Mind Platter to represent 7 areas of your life that should be prioritized for optimal brain functioning. So these are the 7 items to prioritize in your schedule if you want to increase your creativity, your innovation, your efficiency, your productivity, and basically overall health in general. So each is essential for holistic optimal brain performance, which is absolutely necessary for creatives of all types. Before I implemented this research into my own life, I suffered from round after round of burnout. I had emotions that exploded all over the people around me. I worked in jobs that overworked and underpaid me. I struggled with self-esteem and loneliness. And I was basically an overweight alcoholic who hadn't seen the inside of a gym since high school. So I wasn't anywhere close to my best self before I implemented this type of research into my life. I wasn't able to achieve the things that I knew I was capable of achieving because I wasn't feeding my brain and my body what they wanted and needed. So enter the Healthy Mind Platter. This tool made me realize that I needed to reprioritize my lifestyle in order to commit myself to optimal performance. And I come back to it every time I feel burnt out, desperate, or frustrated, stymied in what I'm trying to do. Whenever I'm watching myself spin my wheels, I use it to create more brain space for myself and jumpstart my productivity. So when I am consistent and intentional with these practices, I can take on bigger challenges, and I'm more willing to go outside of my comfort zone because I have a bigger reservoir of energy and creativity available to me. There are literally more resources available for executive functioning, which occurs in our prefrontal cortexes, which is like this area right behind our foreheads. So this area of the brain is vital to working memory, memory retention, emotion regulation, working with others, planning, visualizing, and brainstorming, along with a whole host of other processes. Think of it as your brain's CPU, which is the central processing unit in computers. This is the hardware that executes the instructions that are fed into the machine. So your prefrontal cortex is going to execute the instructions that it gets from the rest of your brain, from your body, from the environment around you. And so it's the part of the brain that receives all these messages sent from your body, your thoughts, your surroundings, and then decides what to do about it. So if your stomach is growling and telling you that it is empty, needs some food, then your prefrontal cortex is going to decide what to eat, where to eat, and how to eat. So what does the Healthy Mind Platter look like? As I mentioned in other areas of this series, there are 7 areas of the platter and are broken down into 3 different categories. So social needs is number 1 with connecting time and playtime. Physical needs is physical time and sleep time. And then cognitive needs is time in, downtime, and focus time. So we'll be diving deeper into each facet in the coming episodes, but I just wanted to give you a brief overview today. And it is very important for creatives especially to understand these concepts because we need to be able to reliably and consistently tap into our creative flow. And these types of prioritizations, these types of activities are going to help us tap into the creative flow when we need to, so that we're not waiting on this fickle muse to strike us with inspiration. You know, we want to be able to schedule our writing sessions. We want to be able to actually complete our writing sessions as we're writing a book. And so these types of practices will make sure that your body and your brain are primed to produce its best work when you do sit down to write. Instead of showing up to your writing sessions depleted and exhausted and angry and cranky and just unmotivated or uninspired in general, these activities are going to help you tap into those creative flow, tap into that creative energy a lot more easily and a lot more consistently, because we don't want to leave our creative output to some time in the future. We're trying to produce a book now, this year, in this 12 months. And so we have to be very intentional with how we feed our brains and our bodies so that they are prepared to produce the work that we are expecting it to produce, essentially. You know, you don't want to pour from an empty cup. So think about how you can use these practices to tap into creative flow a lot more reliably. So if you're interested in learning more, check out my planner. Pre-orders are available now. Next time I'll be jumping on to talk about the social needs, which are connecting time and playtime specifically, to make sure that our creative imaginations are supported by those around us. Not only ourselves, but the people that surround us too, because creatives are often misunderstood with the things that we want to create and produce. And so we want to make sure that we have those types of support structures in place as we embark on this writing adventure. So in the meantime, please remember that you all have extraordinary stories to share, and I'm here rooting you on as you use them to change the world for the better. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you on Wednesday.